Okay, we are preparing to live stream, setting up the webinar on YouTube. Okay, so it looks like there's a little bit of feedback. Do you hear that? No? Okay, it might just be on my end. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that I can welcome everyone to today's updates from the C-suite with Young Black Men in Business. So I want to thank today's presenting partner, San Diego County's Building Trade Unions. This is Young Black Men Business. You know that we are known for providing entrepreneurs exposure and helping them expand their professional network. Today we have a special guest with us who I've been talking with and getting to know over the past year. Finally, we're going to be able to get some of that content in our magazine and across our social media and our email newsletter. So I'm just excited to present Tanita Gray to everyone today. Tanita, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. Okay, so my name is Tanita Gray, and I'm a footwear designer and developer. I've been in fashion industry for over 20 years, but designing shoes and developing shoes for 17 now. I reside in California near San Diego, and I have this website. It's called Last Report. And on the site, I feature new designers or any kind of business insider information. We go over all kinds of topics that have to do with lifestyle or just in general. But as long as it pertains to footwear, I believe I'm the only person doing this kind of content on the footwear industry. So I'm here to help spread the word and spread the knowledge of what I have and share with everyone. And I want to thank Brittany and Roosevelt and the YNB organization, because I think what you're doing is great. And I just want to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, well, you are. Really quickly, Omar, do you want to hop in and introduce yourself for everyone?
Oh, yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Omar Olashaweri. I'm currently the CEO of Young Black Men in Business and also the publisher / editor-in-chief.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen again. I've got your website pulled up. We just kind of want to introduce everyone to who you are, like what you cover and really what they can expect, with this partnership of what it's going to look like when we have your content featured in the website. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, then you can just kind of direct me. Okay, so boom, here we are.
Yes, so this is our landing page of Last Report. As you see, it says shoes, news, and lifestyle. I'm working on massaging this so that the content is more about the shoes, the news, and the lifestyle that we encompass, because everyone wears shoes. Mm-hmm. But maybe not thinking all the time, like, where are shoes, how they're made, how are they this, what designers follow. This down here is just scrolling down is the main gallery, right? So this article, like, why do we need a BLM gibbets, just kind of jumped out at me one day because I saw Black Lives Matter giblets on the Crocs shoe that just kind of made me think of, some of the things that in the industry we do jump on trends, right? And unfortunately, with Blacks, African Americans, people of color, like, when it's a plight, it becomes a trend. And so I thought it was a little bit insensitive, immoral, everything that you can think of, to sell an accessory that you put on an ugly shoe and trying to bridge make it make sense. It just didn't jive with me from a corporate standpoint that you would have the audacity to do that and then make it fashion. So that articles like opinions, right, or op-eds, definitely you can expect to see that from last report, as well as, highlighting certain factories, highlighting other resources. So also on the side scroll that you have there. Okay, yes, and now we're back at the front. So these are other articles that are on there. They're not timeline oriented. It's just more like, okay, here's, something on Kirby Jean Raymond. Here's something on emerging designers. Here's something on traveling. If we go down a little bit more, we can look at the side panels where there's a footwear course that we have, some videos and other links to other categories and topics, foot care, things or articles about things that I've done with other organizations, trips that had been canceled because of COVID. There's a link for sneaker essentials. If you want to go to sneaker school, we do factory tours. Sustainability, that article there is a big one in my to-do list for 2021, is trying to understand what we're doing with shoes and discarding them, and what, when we throw them away, how we can reuse, recycle, or second life these products, and on and on. So there's lots of stuff, including a Nordstrom sneaker drop. If you click on that, you'll be taken to Nordstrom sneaker release list. So lots of different things that encompass shoes and sneakers and the business side and development side. And you'll even find an article in there about horse shoes, horse sneakers, actually, not the metal shoes, but sneakers that are being made for the equestrian world. So there's anything that has to do with shoes is there. There's long dictionary, all kinds of stuff you can find about shoes on glassreport.com. Well, you're on mute.
Yes. Okay. Well, no, because we've been talking, like I said, for almost a year, just kind of finding that sweet spot. And I think it's just, the entrepreneurial journey, it comes in seasons. And so I've definitely, come to understand that sometimes it's just not the right season, and so I'm really glad that we are where we are now, where we've got, a really great publisher. We're moving into, I think it's our third or fourth issue. We're kind of settling in on the direction we want, so now it just makes perfect sense to bring Last Report in, because, as influencers, as cultural influencers, now to have this strong piece, a part of the magazine, we're going to be able to really expand that business.
Yeah.
So,
yep. And I definitely am for, like you said, we are the influencers. And when you're not aware enough of what we're influencing, it doesn't really spark you to dive deeper, right? It's like, oh, it's just a shoe, let me buy this shoe. Or it's just a dress, let me buy this dress, but there's, not that's, the content will have some of that, because that's what we need. But like, this is our spin on why that dress is fly. This is our spin on why those shoes are so popular. Like, so
right.
That having a little bit of knowledge of what goes on in the back, behind the scenes of the fashion industry, is really helpful when you're, from the, like you're saying, the entrepreneur and the spirit of, okay, if I want to get into fashion, as if someone wants to get into fashion, right? Not just want to read about it, but they want to dive their business into fashion. From what perspective should they enter it from? You automatically always think, be a designer, be a creative, right? But there's so many different facets of fashion industry that you could be. And so I'm hoping that some of that content can come out as well. But definitely the style, like what's in style, what's happening, what's dropping, what's new, is to be a good, I'm hoping a good synergy with what you guys have going on with the magazine now.
Yes. And another thing too, I want to bring up, we've introduced the Pathway to Legacy program at the beginning of May. And really that's about helping our entrepreneurs expand into the construction and industry trades. And really like the mantra I'm really working on saying all the time is just do what you do, but do it over here. The Pathway to Legacy is about building a legacy, having those real tangibles, so footwear is critical to the construction and industry trades, and just really starting to understand that, there's so much opportunity in so many contracts that are probably available to us that we're just unaware of because we do what we do with what we can, but it's time to start having those conversations about, okay, what happens when we do what we do in legacy industries? What happens when the government starts becoming one of our customers, or what happens when, these big projects become our clients?
Right.
Like what does that mean for us?
Yeah, it's about having, gosh, I feel like it's saying these, like you saying these things you want to put in your mind. It's like having not a piece of the pie, right? But
yeah.
And when we have the whole pie, things look a lot different. And the perspective is clearer and it's more direct. And it's not like a if or but, it's a is.
Yeah.
And it's happening and it's a now. So I didn't think about like what you were saying with the construction and the contracts. Like it's the opportunities are there. We just didn't know. We knew that there was a table to sit at. We didn't know what table to sit at. So we're all the way over there at the wrong end of the the conference room. We're supposed to be over there.
Over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go over there.
We want to go over there. Like, even if we have to build the table ourselves, like that's the direction that we should, would want to go in. So I'm definitely all about that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're definitely going to figure out what kind of powerful partnership benefits we can offer clients who are interested in taking advantage of, some young Black and business exposure with the last report twist. You've got your own thing. You are an industry expert. You do factory tours. And really what we want to do is just support you in being your communication partner, basically being your media partner. Yeah, awesome. The fact that we've already got this infrastructure, just now, I'm like, guess what? Guess who's going live? You are.
And it's like, wait a minute. Make sure.
Right. But, and honestly, I feel like that's where we are on social media. If you wait until it's perfect, you've waited too long. And people want something that's real, that they can relate to. And this is raw. It's authentic. Let's hurry up. Let's hop on. Let's get it done. Because along the journey, that's how you move. You keep going, so I'm excited to see what we can do, how we can further expand into your network, how we can carve out a space for you in the magazine, in our social media, in the email newsletter, so that we can help entrepreneurs expand their network, provide exposure, and of course, help entrepreneurs do what they do in legacy industries.
Right. Exactly. And I'm looking forward to what we can accomplish together because, it's just like you're saying, the season. I think this is the season, and it might be like the season for a long time, but this is where it starts, and I'm so excited about it. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, okay, this is it. This is the time. This is our time. And if we don't take it, we're going to miss it. And a lot of us are not feeling I want to miss it, right? A lot of us are actually doers and thinkers and tinkers, and we're out there. We're alive right now. Like we are doing the thing, and we're not sitting and waiting because that, that would kind of, not be good if it's season, but then you wait.
Right.
Wait and see, because then maybe, like you said, you're building a legacy. You don't jump on the legacy after it's built. Like you get it on when you're building it, right?
Yes.
It can be it's all a part of it. So I think this is a great time, and I'm excited about it too.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for hopping on the meeting. The entire team is excited. I'm glad we were all able to sit down. Some people can't see that we have other team members on the line right now. We have our CEO and our COO. So we meet on Mondays. It's the updates from the C-suite of Young Black and in Business. I want to thank everyone who's watching this video. I want to thank Tanita for hopping on. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this live, and then we're going to actually wrap up our C-suite meeting.
All right. Thank you.